Hey, welcome to my channel. In this video, I have yet another wonderful, exciting, I'm pretty sure amazing art haul. Maybe, probably, hopefully, we shall see. And one of the packages actually is something that I bought over 6 months ago, and I told myself I couldn't open it until I had done a certain number of art challenges, which I have since done, so I get to open this. But because it has been so long, like I'm talking over 6 months, I can't quite remember everything that's in this box, so that makes it even more exciting. And then I have a few bits and bobs that I've got more recently. I will link everything down below in the description. If you see something that you are interested in, then be sure to check out the link. If you use my link, then you will also get an extra 10% off if this is the first time that you have bought from Jackson's. Okay, I'm going to start with the big package first because I have no idea what's in there. Oh, perfect. So this is the Etcher Everyday Sketchbook. It's B5, it's portrait format, it's 100% cotton watercolor paper, comes with 52 pages, which are 230 GSM, is vegan friendly. And I am so happy that this was in that surprise box because I absolutely love these sketchbooks. The only thing that I would change about them is the covers that can quite easily get messy. And this is the perfect timing because I'm actually going away on a trip. And those of you who saw my live stream will know that I was actually contemplating getting another one of the sketchbooks because I really wanted one for my holiday, but it's here. This is one that I have already been using just to give you an example of what it looks like on the inside. And the thing that I like is it's 100% cotton. You can get some really nice blends in there, and the texture is, it's technically, they call it cold press, but it's slightly less than cold press. I'd say it's somewhere like in between hot press and cold press. But as a result, it means that if you really like doing fine line work, you can do that. If you like doing pencil work, you can do that. But also if you like doing watercolors, then that works nicely in here as well. So I'm really excited that I have this book. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. It feels like Lucky Dip. Who else had Lucky Dip in school? Another sketchbook. So this is the Mixed Media Sketchbook by Stillman and Byrne. It is I think beta, yeah, the beta series, so 270 GSM paper. I've just seen so many good things or heard so many good things about it through YouTube by the nature of it. It's cold press paper that I just wanted to try it out myself and see if I would enjoy it. Normally I like going for a hardback sketchbook, but I'm open to trying a new different size. It's slightly different shape to what I'm used to, a bit bigger than B5, I think. This is so bad. So basically I bought two B5 sketchbooks. I'm currently really feeling 100% cotton watercolor paper. Disregard the labels, actually 10 sheets of 425 GSM, 100% cotton Saunders Waterford paper. And this is, I really enjoy this paper. I haven't tried the 425 GSM yet. I normally try the 300 GSM, but I'm so excited to try that. Look at that thick paper. And we have this. And ooh. Okay, so as you know, I went through a phase where I was really, oh my gosh, these are beautiful, where I was really feeling pencils, and I got myself the Polychromos pencils, which I am enjoying and I am using. But the more you delve into the pencil world, the more you hear about, oh my gosh, the more you hear about the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. I feel like I've got myself, like, I feel like I'm being spoiled. Like, I know that it's me who bought this, but it honestly feels like Christmas. I was initially going to buy the set, but they are so costly. So instead of getting the full packs, I just decided to get some of my favorite colors to figure out if I like these pencils. And then if I do, I can decide if this is a good enough color palette or if I think that I actually need to add a bit more. This is just a big clip that I bought so that I could clip my pages together when plein air sketching. But wait, there is more. Also got these. So these are some Caran d'Ache Neocolors, but I got them open stock. I already have the 15 set, of the Neocolor 2s, which are the water soluble ones. That essentially means you add water, they dissolve into like a watercolor like consistency. So these are the Neocolor ones, and they are not water soluble. So essentially where you add them is where they will stay, and they just add really nice textures. Even the Neocolor 2s do. So I've been using the Neocolor 2s on top of my watercolors, and sometimes I activate them. So like here, for example, in the background, I activated a little bit of them, and sometimes I also go back over the top to add extra textures, and that's what you're seeing here. So that's really the purpose that I wanted to use them for, to be able to use them in mixed media pieces. Got some Neocolor 2, so these ones will dissolve should I add water, should I wish, but I just wanted to get, again, pinks, which, you know, I'm really feeling, especially so that I can add them to my florals and experiment with that. And then the other colors were pretty much led by the imagery of foliage and complementing the other 15 set that I have, which is here. So this set of Neocolor 2s are water soluble, and I just wanted a even darker green, which is why I got this one, and it is dark green. And then I wanted a pink, which is not included in the set at all, and this is called Salmon Rose. I just felt like this completed my Neocolor 2 setup in a really beautiful way, and then I have the Neocolor ones to complement everything as well. Then we have plenty of watercolors. These watercolors are by Roman Szmul, and they are my favorite watercolors. I absolutely love them, along with Daniel Smith watercolors. Last year, Roman Szmul very kindly sent me their entire collection, but before they did that, I had already started picking out some of my extra favorites to add to my already rather sizable watercolor collection, and I decided to get them in half pans so that they could fit in my travel palette. And now I have this travel palette, which, as you can see, is completely full to the brim. But for my next trip, what I'm going to do is actually swap some out. So I will swap in my favorite colors in half pan so that I can get more colors in there. And just to highlight some of the colors, and you can see the swatches already, this is Hooker's Green, PY50 and PB27, and I really like it because it's kind of got a bit more of a sap green feel to it rather than Hooker's Green, so I actually use this as my sap green. Then this is the actual sap green, and as you can see, it's just a little bit brighter than I would normally expect from a sap green. This is the quinacridone gold hue, which is PR102 and PY150, and essentially Roman Szmul have created like a beautiful alternative to the quinacridone gold, which normally comes with P048 that has been discontinued. And if you want more information about that, or you want to see comparisons with different swatches, I will link that video for you. So this here, incredibly popular, it's Shabish Grey, it's PB29, PR177 and PG26, and it is absolutely stunning. It's like a beautiful grey violet or violet grey. I don't know which way you would describe it, but as in hints of grey and hints of violet, and it is one of my favorite colors by Roman Szmul. It's absolutely stunning. It's this, which is Mineral Violet, and I say the color by looking at the swatch, which is why I'm double checking to make sure that I'm actually right. This is Mineral Violet, which is PB29 and PV19, and again, it's just a beautiful granulating color. It's got hints of blue poking through, as well as hints of the violet and like red poking through. And if you like granulating colors, then this would be one to definitely consider checking out. Got a Payne's Grey, which is PBK9, PB27 and PR264, and again, lovely. I love Payne's Grey, like it's one of my favorite colors. These are actually bits of watercolor paper that have been swatched on, whereas with the half pans, this bit is actually watercolor paper that's been swatched on. So when you're looking at the swatches, it's not like printed, it's an actual watercolor swatch. This is Ocean Blue, one of my favorites. I don't even think this fully illustrates what the color looks like in terms of this swatch. So yes, is this like beautiful deep blue, but actually it granulates spectacularly. I've created a number of videos about Roman Szmul and their watercolors just because I really like them. So this is also Ocean Blue, so you can see like the little hints of the different colors poking through in the middle and granulating. It's just a beautiful color. If you want to see more of the colors, I've created a video highlighting the top 30 Roman Szmul watercolors as picked by viewers, subscribers, as well as my own top favorites. Whereas on this swatch, I have swatches of all the blues by Roman Szmul, and I'm slowly swatching out their entire collection. So if you haven't already seen it, I will link the video where I start off with the blues, the purples, the yellows, the pinks as well, the greys, and I just highlight all the beautiful colours in Roman Szmul by colour group. I got a buff titanium, and that's just because I plan on doing quite a lot of urban sketching. In the interim, I got the Roman Szmul urban sketching palette, which also comes with buff titanium in a half pan. So I've been using this. It's a wonderful addition to my urban sketching setup. This is a Prussian blue, like a really nice deep dark blue. This is Chibish grey again, and then this is the Payne's grey again. And the reason that I got 4 pans is to also replace the colours that I was running low on or out on my main Roman Szmul watercolour palette. So as I kind of already mentioned, my other favourite watercolour brand is Daniel Smith. If I had to pick one at the moment, it would always be Roman Szmul. The price just makes sense, the quality is beautiful, the colours are unique. But Daniel Smith is a very close second. This is Quinacridone Rose, which is one of my favourite colours. I just really like cool purple leaning reds because I love adding purples and creating purples when I'm painting, especially when I'm doing shadows, when I'm doing florals. So I had a 5mm tube, which is pretty much finished, and thus I topped up with a big tube of the 15mm. This here is Quinacridone Violet, and it is again a really lovely colour. This is Quinacridone Purple. I love quins, I love phalos, I love quins, as in, like, you know, the quinacridones. They're just like super bright, they're vibrant, they don't granulate unless you go wild with the water. They're just like a reliable staple, super bright, super beautiful, super pigmented set of colours. Nickel Azo Yellow, and to be honest, I was underrating this until I started falling in love with the Quinacridone Golds, the Quinacridone Gold hues, and I was like, wow, what is that like bright luminescent yellow coming through? And that is PY150, which is Nickel Azo Yellow. So I decided to just get a tube of that. I was also running out of like my standard cool run-of-the-mill nice to use for greens yellow, so I got a Hansa Yellow Light. This is Phthalo Blue Red shade, which again I was running out of, and this is Phthalo Blue Green shade, which I, to be honest, hadn't used that much, but I'm really feeling phalos. I just like how bright and punchy they are, especially when I am traveling and doing urban sketches. I just think they add something really bright and beautiful to the art, even though sometimes I have to kind of tone it down. I just thought that, yeah, I'm really enjoying using them. Then I also got a Cypress Green. So this is a tube of gouache, and my gouache collection, I'm not going to lie, pretty impressive. I talked through all my gouache colours as well as like my rationale and thinking behind how to pick these colours in a past video. I kind of highlighted this like little clever chart that has really helped me when picking out colors, as well as highlighting all of them. So if you want to see this video, then I will link it for you, just so that you can have a bit of a better idea of what colors I have in my collection and why I picked each one, and how I used this system to kind of assess and understand what colors I was missing. So in order to find these colors, I looked at quite a few swatching videos, primarily I think by Natasha Newton. Why did I get them? Because I want to be able to use them to layer on top of my gouache and on top of my watercolors. This looks like ultramarine. That's so nice, so bright. And what is it? Oh, ultramarine is Payne's grey. I essentially, honestly, looking at this, I honestly feel like I picked my my watercolor palettes in the form of pencils, which I guess perhaps isn't surprising that I am drawn. Oh, look at that. I am drawn to the same colors. Payne's grey 30%. So this was one that I saw on Natasha Newton's channel, and I am not disappointed. It's like a really nice subtle grey. And this is light cobalt blue. Oh, this is really nice. I wonder if I'm going to take this with me. I think this might be one I take with me. It's light malachite green. Is it any wonder that I got myself a purple? And this is called Violet. Like, I go through these phases where on one moment I want really bright colours, and then other times I want like softer, gentler, more muted colours. This is Burnt Sienna 10%. This colour I really like. I've really found myself being drawn to pinks. Then this is Crimson Aubergine. Yeah, I like this one. Almost looks like a Bordeaux, like a really dark maroon. Is a natural russet. I also took this opportunity to swatch out some new-ish additions, which are the Schminke Shire Blue and Schminke Tundra Violet, as well as the Core and Danthrone Blue. If you are still watching, then you are a real MVP, and I really appreciate you. Let me know that you are still watching by telling me whether you have experimented with mixed media or not. If you have enjoyed this video, then you will definitely love this series of next ones where I highlight some other art supplies that I have tried, as well as some recent sketchbook tours and art challenges that I'll link for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.